Hello, it's time for a new episode of Mouse Makes, and today I'm going to be showing you the very easy way that I made my Weasley jumpers. My interpretation of the jumpers that Mrs Weasley makes for her children and for Harry in the Harry Potter book and film series. I decided to make Fred and George jumpers for cosplay purposes and because they're my favourite characters, but you could of course make one for any character or for yourself or for a friend. Everyone can have a Weasley jumper. To make a Weasley jumper of your very own, you will need a jumper in the colour of your choice. Mine is a blue jumper I got on sale in Primark for £4. I really needed them to be cheap since I was making two of them. Wool in the colour of your choice. I already had this yellow wool, so I lucked out there. The letter you want on your jumper printed on paper in a font and size of your choosing. Mine is a 300 point Times New Roman in case you want your letters to look exactly like mine. Scissors, a needle and thread, the thread in a contrasting colour to the jumper. The idea is just to use the thread as the outline to the letter and then cut it off at the end, so you need to be able to see it clearly. And the needle will need to be big enough to thread the wool through it. And some pins, and also optionally an embroidery hoop. I first cut out the letter to make a stencil and pinned it where I wanted it to go on the jumper. You could sew the letter to the jumper without cutting it out and then rip the paper off. That would have the same result, but I wanted to be able to check exactly where I was placing the letter, so this method seemed best for me. I then sewed around the edge of the letter with the thread. This doesn't have to be neat. You will see in a moment that my sewing is not neat. You could use chalk for this. That would be a lot quicker, but I couldn't really get it to work for me. And then it's just the slow process of filling in the letter using the wool and a small running stitch. You can see that I used an embroidery hoop. I wasn't originally, which is why there wasn't a picture of it in my materials list earlier, but I ended up using it because it made things a bit quicker and easier. And this took a good few hours over a good few days, which you can probably see through all the lighting changes going on here, but depending on how neat you want it, how thick the wool you are using is, how big and complicated the letter you are doing is, you can probably cut that time down. So yeah, it's an easy method, but it's not a quick method, although to be fair, probably quicker than knitting it. Then it's just a matter of getting rid of the thread, and then you have a Weasley jumper of your very own. So there you have it, that was my method for making an easy Weasley jumper. I hope you found it interesting or useful, and if by any chance you make one yourself, then please let me know, either in the comments below or via any of my social media platforms, because I would love very much to see it. Let's move across to the end screen. If you would like to see my latest video or some more episodes of Mouse Makes, then you can do so below me here. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel or visit my website, then you can do so beside me here. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you very soon.